What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the best team in FIFA. Some of you guys won't know what the best team in FIFA is, some of you will be delighted it's back, and some of you, I'm sure, probably enjoy draft more than best team in FIFA, but we're here with it today. Before we actually get into building the team and playing the games, I've got a few things to talk about first. So if you're not interested in listening to what I've got to talk about, I'll put a timestamp in the description below or the comment section and pin it for when you can just skip to the start of the building of the squad. But with that being said, guys, thank you for being here. Drop a thumbs up. So first things first, what is the best team in FIFA? The best team in FIFA is where I take squads that you guys love, build them, take them into either FUT Champs, Divisions or DKT, depending on what the day is and where we're at, and then review them, basically. And although I was going to do strictly draft for the rest of the year, because of how cheap basically every card is, I thought, you know what, let's do the best team in FIFA. Let's get some cheap beast teams for kids that have just started this game or don't have much or haven't played much, and give them a rundown on who they really should be putting their coins into and who they really shouldn't. So that's what the best team in FIFA is. On top of that, guys, we have got the new membership feature on YouTube. It's very similar to what a Twitch sub is. Of course, I don't live stream on YouTube, I live stream on Facebook, but I can still offer an incredible amount of perks from people that want to subscribe to the YouTube channel via the membership feature, which again, like Twitch subs, always get a hair in my mouth, man. It's become a meme. Which, like Twitch subs, does cost a per month fee. You're not obligated to do it, obviously, but if you want to support me and get involved in the perks, then you absolutely can. Now, the perks will currently be a Discord link for members only, where you will be able to submit the best team in FIFA. So it'll be a members only the best team in FIFA. You will get monthly giveaways that will also be run through the community tab and through Discord. That might be like new games, so when the new COD comes out or when the new FIFA comes out, it might be FIFA points or anything like that. And then when I do things in terms of playing with viewers, it will be playing with members, and it will be announced as well through the member-only community tab through YouTube. You also get a custom badge and custom emotes to use in the chat below. So if that's something you're interested in, you want to become a part of, guys, join up to Team Sweat. We've already got like 50 members. And it's something that I'm just really looking forward to having a good time with you guys through this. You know, since I haven't been on Twitch for a while, I haven't had a community feel in terms of you know, like a supportive community, like people that are just want more benefits than the regular video viewer process. And so I'm really excited to be able to get involved in this member option. You can look just down below, either in the comments, in the description, there's a link to join. Or right below where you do a thumbs up or a thumbs down, preferably a thumbs up, there's a join button there. You click it, boom, you join on and you become a member today. So with that being said, let's get into building the team. Now this team that I've got here, there's 3 players that we might have to change if you can't, because there's 3 players in this team that you can't possibly get anymore. But the team, at the time of recording this video, sells for 800,000 on Xbox and 900,000 on PlayStation, which I just find to be absolutely amazing. It is going to be a Calcio A squad. I haven't really used Calcio A much this year, just because I didn't really like the players and what they offered and what they represented. But there's a lot of beasts out there right now, and we're going to test them out. So first and foremost, our goalkeeper for this Calcio A squad is Gianluigi Buffon. Now, of course, if you didn't do his end of era card, you can't have him right now. A lot of people hate this goalkeeper. We'll talk about him more in gameplay, but yeah, a lot of people hate him. I love him. If you can't use Buffon, you can go and get yourself 95 Handanovic. Of course, he's not quite as good as Buffon. He's only 58,000 coins for this card. 58,000 coins at the time of making this video. That's absurd. You can go and get Handanovic, no problem at all. In at the right back slot, we actually have Jordan Lukaku. Once again, the Footies winner Lukaku is a card that you can't possibly get now. So if you don't have it, you can't use him. The same as Gigi Buffon. So if you can't use him, go and get yourself the FUT birthday Bruno Perez, who is also about 40,000 coins right now. He's actually one of the more expensive cards in the team, would you believe? 40,000 coins, as you can see there. He's a good card, but hopefully you guys have Jordan Lukaku Fatty's winner card, because it's going to make it a lot easier. In at the centre-back slots, guys, we've got just two absolutely unbelievable defenders that are super cheap. Let's start with BENATIA. 6'3" tall, medium-high work rates, 3-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves. I've used his special cards throughout this year and always loved him. This card is absolutely unreal. His passing is very good. His reactions and his composure is very good. His defending and physical is obviously immaculate. You know, 99 strength, 92 aggression, 92 jumping. When you put an anchor chem style on him, he goes up to 91 sprint speed, 91 acceleration. He gets maxed out in defensive stats and gets maxed out in physical stats as well. And he's massive at 6'3", medium high work rate. It's just a great card. And he's going for about, right now, 100,000 coins. In fact, he's actually probably a little bit lower. He's 93,000. I bought him for 100,000, and just to show how this market is in a full decline, he's already dropped another 7% since I bought him, and probably by the time you're watching this video, he's probably down in the 80s. For a 94 rated endgame team of the season, that's insane. And then the other defender we've got is KOULIBALY. Now, KOULIBALY, guys, is 43,000 coins right now. The downside to KOULIBALY is, and the reason why he's probably so cheap, is he has high work rates, which I personally don't think is a problem, but I know some people don't enjoy, and he only has a 2-star weak foot, which again, could be a problem, but for your centre-back, I don't think it's the biggest issue. He's 6'5", he's rapid, he's got perfect defending and great physicals, and the reason why I went for a shadow with him instead of an anchor is because he already has 99 strength and 95 aggression. Don't really need a boost on his jumping because of how tall he is. He's got 99 reactions, 99 composure, and with that Shadow Chem style, he goes to 96 sprint speed and 93 acceleration with perfect defensive stats. This duo here, for how cheap they are and for how cheap this team is in general, absolutely outstanding. In at the left back spot, you probably saw him when we were putting Jordan Lukaku into the team. We've got Alexander Kolarov, high medium work rate, 6'2", 3-star weak foot. This is a card that for me just goes under the radar. He's about 40,000, 41,000 coins right now, and I'm shocked as to how few people rate this card, and it's probably because he's got 84 base pace. But that 84 base pace is coupled with good sprint speed and lower acceleration, which is always great for the Shadow Chem style because the Shadow gives 15 on acceleration and 10 on sprint speed. So he goes up to 96 acceleration and 95 sprint speed, which is amazing. And then we max out his defensive stats, and then look at the rest of this card. This is an amazing card. He's got great reactions, great ball control, great composure, great dribbling. He can pass, he can shoot, he's got all the good physical qualities that you need, and he's got amazing free kicks. He's got 95 free kick accuracy and 99 curve, and you can just bang them with him. For how cheap, again, this card is, I'm blown away. I'm truly blown away by how cheap he is. So that is our back line in this Calcio A squad, guys. It's very cheap to put together, and for me, I've already played with some of these players a bit. You can see I've used Buffon for 21 games, I've used Lukaku for 15 games, and I've used Kolarov for just the 2 games in Division 1. And I've used these players so far and I've loved them. And as I said, I've used BENATIA's card throughout the year. Amazing, absolutely unreal. In at CDM, guys, we've got the final player that you might not be able to get, and that is Daniele De Rossi. So as you can see, I've got 17 games on him, 4 goals and 12 assists. I love this card. Even without playing with him in DKT that we're about to go into, I know that this card is one of the best, if not the best CDM in the game. 4-star weak foot, medium high work rate, 6 foot tall. Insane stats, regardless of what goes on in game. But what I love about this card is he has the body type, the body model of Ronaldo. And so even though he's 6 foot, he feels bigger and he feels stronger. And with those physicals and those defensives and the fact that he's got good reactions and good ball control and he can pass and he can shoot, this is just a perfect card. And of course, he strong links to Kolarov, which is great. If you can't get this De Rossi card, if you didn't do this end of era card, who I recommend is Blaise Matuidi. The Festival of FUT card, he's about 76,000 coins right now according to FUT Bin. There you go, definitely 80 or lower. And again, just amazing stuff. High work rates, which again for a CDM is not necessarily ideal, but I've used him in a CDM a lot throughout the year and I don't mind the high work rates at all. Great defensive qualities, great physicals, good passing, good dribbling stats, good pace. You know, you whack an anchor or a shadow on him and once again, you've just got an absolute machine of a CDM. But today we're going to be using this De Rossi card and I couldn't be happier. I love that De Rossi card. I think it's amazing. Now we've got the kind of like the back line and the defensive players out of the way. It's time to look at the attack and the offensive players. And first of all, we're going to be looking at ALLAN. Just a great box-to-box midfielder. And in fact, if you use Matuidi, you might want to put ALLAN at CDM and Matuidi at centre mid. Even though Matuidi is 2-star, 2-star versus the 3-star, 3-star of ALLAN, he's got medium-high work rates. But this guy as a box-to-box midfielder is just amazing. His defensive capabilities, his physicals, his dribbling, all unreal. His passing's very good. His shooting is good, not great, but good. And then he's got good pace. Now, the way I run my teams is I like to have one, because I do use the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow a lot. I like to have a defensive midfielder and then a defensive-minded outside midfielder, which is ALLAN for me, which is why I've got an anchor chem style on him, because he's going to be like, just, you know, basically a box-to-box defensive midfielder. And ALLAN currently sells for, get this, 30,000 coins for a 92 rated endgame team of the season. Unreal scenes. And our other centre midfield is going to be MILINKOVIC-SAVIC. This guy I bought for 170, still currently selling for 170, and this is going to be our attacking minded midfielder. Now you can actually use this guy anywhere. If you want to use him at CDM, centre mid, cam, centre forward, striker, you could even use him as a winger. You put let's say you put a catalyst on him, 96 sprint speed, 95 acceleration, perfect passing. He'd be great as a winger. Maybe a little bit heavy because of the low balance and low agility. But this guy's got it all. He's genuinely got it all. His defense is perfect. His physicals are perfect. His dribbling is insane, apart from that low balance. A lot of people might use engine on him, which is exactly what we've got. It puts him up to 80 balance and 83 agility. It boosts his sprint speed and his acceleration and boosts those passing stats. Not that they really need boosting, because his long pass, short pass and vision, which are the important stats in my opinion, already so good. But you can use MILINKOVIC-SAVIC in CDM, in at centre mid, or in at cam, whatever you want. And he is the second most expensive player in this team, coming in at 175,000 coins. And he's a monster. He's basically like Ruud Gullit, 6'3", high medium. He just doesn't have the 5-star weak foot. But what a beast he is. In at the cam spot, guys, we've got one of my favourite players from FIFA 17, and that is Team of the Season, Dries Mertens. I use this guy, I use the 4-3-2-1 in FIFA 17, and I use Mertens as my right forward, and he was amazing. We picked him up for 190,000 coins. He's still about that, 4-star, 4-star, high-low work rates, which is key. Probably better suited as a striker instead of a centre forward or a cam because of those high-low work rates, but he's still going to be an absolute menace in that cam spot. Ridiculous stats. Perfect stamina, good aggression, good jumping, impeccable dribbling, impeccable passing, impeccable shooting, and perfect pace. I put an architect on him to boost that physical up. We get plus 10 on his aggression and plus 5, I think, or plus 10 on his strength. And we get his passing stats all the way up to the high 90s as well. And it just makes him a really complete cam. I think he goes to a 98 rated cam. And as I say, he comes in at 195 for the price. So he and MILINKOVIC-SAVIC are the two really, really expensive cards in this team at 195 and 174. And this team in general, as I say, is like 800,000, 900,000 coins. So if you had somebody else, like you could use Torreira or instead of MILINKOVIC-SAVIC, and you could use Gomez instead of Dries Mertens, and you've just saved yourself 300, 400,000 coins, no problem at all. Up front, guys, the first player that we've got is going to be, not a sniper, the first player that we've got is going to be Ciro Immobile. Absolutely insane. I've used various versions of his card throughout the year. This card is 70,000 coins, high, medium, 6'1", 4-star weak foot. Just unreal. You don't need to touch his shooting. He's got 99 shot power, finishing and positioning. He's got 89 long shots. He is rapid. And I mean rapid. With an engine chem style, he goes to 97 acceleration and 99 sprint speed. He gets a good boost in his balance and agility with the engine chem style as well. And a boost on his passing, which is actually decent because it puts his curve up to 99, which is great. He's got great physicals. I can't believe these are the price of these cards. This guy is 70,000 coins right now. And then last but not least, one of my favourite players in the game this year, and I've only used him a few times as well, but he's already one of my favourites, and that is the Festival of FUT, Ivan Perisic. He comes in at 130,000 coins, 5-star, 4-star, 6'1", and again, remarkable stats. We give him the Hawk Chem style. He goes up to 98 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. He gets insane shooting stats. He's got great dribbling stats, great physical stats. And it's just, for me, I haven't played with this team as a team just yet, but for me, this team is absolutely mesmeric. Now, the guys on Facebook live stream helped me build this team, so this isn't my team, this is a team that my chat on Facebook built. What we're going to do, guys, is for player instructions, we're going to set our 2 strikers to stay central and get in behind. Just like that, stay central and get in behind for the 2 of those. For our CDM, we're going to set on to stay back while attacking. And that's all I do for player instructions on the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. In terms of custom tactics, it's going to remain the same. A team like this, I want the players to do the jobs that they're there for. I don't want to give them in further instructions through custom tactics. So we've got a straight basic custom tactics set. We set our 2 strikers to get in behind, and we set our CDM to stay back while attacking. That, guys, is the squad. Let's go and get into some action. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we'll come up against has got a 4-3-3 team. He's interestingly got 4 of the Futty's gifted cards. And then he's got a Team of the Season MILINKOVIC-SAVIC, a Prime ADP, and not a great squad, not a bad squad, but, you know, these squads are sometimes troublesome, you know? Like, this is a bit of a weird squad. He's got a Prime icon in there and a Team of the Season MILINKOVIC-SAVIC. I can only assume they're both untradeable, otherwise why not sell both of those and then use those coins to just build a beast team? Like, we're looking at today a team that's worth about 900,000 coins or so. Let me refresh it actually at the time that I'm doing this. So yeah, like, obviously with BUFFON, ROSSI and Lukaku, you're looking at under 700,000-800,000 on each individual console. And like, this is an expensive team right now. Other than, like, there's a handful of players that are like stupidly expensive. 99 Suarez, 99 Ronaldo, 99 Hazard, 98 Neymar. But other than like a handful of like 6 or 7 players, every amazing player is within so many people's budgets. And in fact, you could probably build like an absolutely mental team for about 200 to 300,000 coins. So I'm excited to get into your guys' teams. Of course, it will be members only. We've already got a couple of teams suggested from a few of the members in the Discord chat. So we're going to go ahead and use one of those for the next video, which is absolutely awesome. And to talk about this team today, so first things first, guys, I mean, enjoy the gameplay because we score some crackers. Secondly, let's talk about BUFFON. Gianluigi BUFFON, 98 rated end of era card, 98 diving, 97 reflexes, 99 for handling and positioning, and 92 for kicking with 74 speed. On the face of things, he should be amazing. I see a lot of people say he's bad for me. He's just a bad goalkeeper. He doesn't save anything. And I think personally where the confusion comes from between a good goalkeeper and a bad goalkeeper is the saves with feet trait. When we look at the overpowered goalkeepers this year, Begovic, Farman, Ter Stegen, David De Gea, they all have saves with feet trait. And then specifically when we're looking at Ter Stegen and David De Gea, they both have ridiculously high rated cards, a Team of the Year and a Team of the Season for David De Gea and a Team of the Season for Ter Stegen. And when people, because they're like the most used goalkeepers, everybody's just so used to having the saves with feet trait. So when you try a different goalkeeper that doesn't have a saves with feet trait, the problem is they don't save low driven shots. And so you could be confused that a goalkeeper that is actually quite good is not saving shots, and you're thinking it's because they're a bad goalkeeper, when actually it's pretty much like EA's fault. And I don't mean it's EA's fault in like, oh, they've like planned this or anything, but because they've only given a select few goalkeepers the animation to save the low driven shots, and they've made the low driven shots so overpowered, it just gives the illusion that every other goalkeeper is basically not worth it. But in terms of his actual shot stopping and how he saves, I think BUFFON is amazing. You just have to remember the fact that he doesn't have saves with feet trait. As long as you program that into your mind and try and stop your opponent from getting low driven shots off to cut those angles, BUFFON will save everything basically after that. You know, I conceded I think 2 or 3 goals throughout this set here, but BUFFON made some great saves. And one thing that I love about BUFFON that I've disliked about previous goalkeepers, and Manuel Neuer was one of them, one of the ones that I hated, is when BUFFON parries the ball, which he is prone to doing a fair few times, he always parries it out of play, which is great. There's so many times I've had goalkeepers that have parried the ball back into play and then a simple rebound for the opponent, but it seems to me like BUFFON parries the ball out of play and just kind of like relieves the danger, and I really rate that. And yeah, so for me personally, if you do have BUFFON and you think, oh, he's bad, use him. Look, I'm a guy that really tries to gain every advantage in this game, and you can see by some of the goals that I score a kickoff glitch goal, I score the goal from the long giant goal kick as well. I exploit everything that benefits me. I wouldn't go out of my way to use a goalkeeper because Buffon is in my final main team this year. I wouldn't go out of my way to use a goalkeeper that doesn't help me just to prove a point for a YouTube video, you know. When we look at this team in general, the one thing that I absolutely love about this team is it is huge. It is massive. ROSSI, MILINKOVIC-SAVIC, Perisic, Immobile, KOULIBALY, BENATIA, massive. If you look at the physicals for every single player, 91 Lukaku, 92 BENATIA, 94 KOULIBALY, 90 Kolarov, 96 ROSSI, 94 MILINKOVIC-SAVIC, 91 ALLAN, and then 88 on Ciro Immobile, 85 on Perisic, and 80 on Mertens. And I love the fact that this team is just an absolute monster team. The one thing that I would change with how we've set the team up is I would actually drop Perisic into cam and put Dries Mertens up at striker. And the reason being is because although having an absolute tank of a team seemed to be really good, because my team, I bullied all of the opponents I played today. Some of them had really good teams, a couple of average teams. I think the second opponent that we made rage quit, he had a great team, and we bullied him. And the reason why we're able to bully him is because they're big, but it lacks up front that rapid, agile player. I personally think, you know, the Neymars, the Hazards, the Griezmanns, the Mbappes, the Mertens style cards, and look at this for a finish. Woo! The Mertens style cards, I think they're super important to have in your team next to a big man. I like the big man, little man, or strong man, agile. You know, I like the one really bulky, strong striker, and then the one really rapid, high agility striker. I think that combination in FIFA is the best combination to have a front. And you can see there I ended up putting Dries Mertens up into the striker spot in that game because I wanted to test him. So although this team is absolutely fantastic, the one change I would make is I would swap in-game Mertens and Perisic around and start like that, because I just think you'll have much more fun. Into the final we go, guys. We'll come up against a guy with 2 icons in his squad, a team of the season, a FUT birthday, a few informs, a path to glory in there as well. He's got Neymar, Thiago Silva, and again, this was just my team's just so big, so strong. It was really easy to just bully people around. We end up getting a really nice first goal. Ciro Immobile into ALLAN here. ALLAN with the fake shot stop, gets the ball on the edge of the box to Mertens, and Mertens with the low driven, and what a fine finish that was. Low driven through the bodies in the box underneath the goalkeeper. It wasn't even in the corner either, and it still managed to find at the end, you know, the back of the net. And then we score another goal here. Buffon punts that one down the field. Ivan Perisic is running in. He brings his keeper. We get the cross in, and there is Ciro Immobile on his left foot on the volley from the edge of the box. I've missed those plenty of times before, but Ciro Immobile with his perfect shooting, his perfect volleys, ends up getting the goal. And then the third and final goal in this game came from a really nice well-worked move, 21 minutes in. Great little passing move there. Dries Mertens back into Ivan Perisic. Perisic holds up the ball, waits. Eventually we get the ball roll, the fake shot, and then the real shot, the low driven into the bottom corner, and another sensational goal. And so through the daily knockout tournament with this team, we got 4 rage quits, and this is an amazing squad. I would genuinely give this just a 10 out of 10. I don't think there's anything wrong with this squad. If you've got 800, 900,000 coins available in your whole squad, and you're looking for just a really complete team for your, for your final weeks and months of FIFA 18, this is it. That you're not going to get much better than this as a squad. Maybe you've already got some players in your squad as well. Maybe you've already got like a prime icon Hullet that you can put in there instead of ALLAN and really still fit the same meta. But generally speaking, guys, I love this team. I would honestly rate this a flat 10 out of 10. I think it was amazing from top to bottom. The only one complaint you can have about this team, in my personal opinion, is that Buffon doesn't have the saves with feet trait. Everything else about this team is perfect. I highly recommend it. Let me know what you guys think about this team in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.